Welcome to the show where the lights go dim. Albuquerque nights, yeah, it all begins. From the Duke City streets to the ledges we ride. Everybody gets killed on Creative Kill Live. John Roberts on the mic, that's the host and creator. Wolf, Ben, and Dizzy, yeah, the squad, no debaters. Happy Anderson in the house, serial killer on the stream. Guests sit down, but they step into a dream. Brooke Smith from the silence, ghosts in the air. Talking Bigfoot stories like they're right over there. True crime echoes while the crowd's alive. Then the lights cut out, it's the end of the ride. Welcome to the show where the lights go dim. Albuquerque nights, yeah, it all begins. From the Duke City streets to the ledges we ride. Everybody gets killed on Creative Kill Live.
What's up, everybody? My name is John.
And I'm Ben.
And welcome back to the Creative Kill Podcast. And that's right, Ben. I said podcast.
Right.
This is not Creative Kill Live. And so we don't want to confuse everybody over the next several shows. So we're going to do a little clarity. Right, Ben?
Right.
You guys see the new logo between us? It's purple. Yeah. Isn't it cute, man?
I love it. Color of royalty.
Yeah, well, I told Wolf, I was like, hey, man, the red is for live. Let's do purple for the podcast. And he was like, Miami purple?
I like that.
Yeah, you like that Miami purple?
Yeah,
you know, he loves those neon colors, dude. He loves that vintage throwback look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So we've got... we don't have a guest on these. Sometimes we'll have guests. Sometimes we won't. Sometimes it's just me, Ben, Royal. Yeah. One of us, sitting here talking. And obviously, guys, you see what the topic is today. Right. The theme today is our Predator episode. That's right. I had to give my buddy here, the nerd with the muscles, his own episode, right? So talk about it, Ben. Tell us what you think.
Basically overall, John gave me the honor, if you will, to have a whole episode dedicated
Dude, you're
towards,
my partner. I didn't give you shit. You just, what I said was, hey, man, we should do a Predator episode. You're like, I fucking got a Predator. Yes, fucking Predator episode.
Yes. Hands down, my favorite all-time horror sci-fi villain. Even though as of recent, now the Predators aren't really being looked at as such villain.
I don't. Yeah, I think they're misunderstood.
I think so too.
I think they're misunderstood.
They're just highly emotional beings. No, not really. But no, yeah, guys, we're doing a whole episode, all Predator, all day.
Predator, all day. So,
I'm super
so
excited.
Here at the Creative Kill Podcast, it's kind of the same format as Creative Kill Live, except for it's a little looser. It's not going to be as much structure and stuff like that. It's more of us having conversations with everybody, riffing a little bit about all of these movies. And so today, real quick, guys, I want to shout out our sponsors. You want to hit us over with our first one real quick, DC?
Duke City Toys. Leo, thank you so much. We truly appreciate you.
Absolutely. Duke City Toys, Leo and Paula over there. You guys are awesome. Hey, dude, and just to let you guys know, if you guys want some Predator collectibles, that's the fucking place to get it, dude. I don't know what I can or cannot say about Duke City Toys right now, what we've got going on, but I just met with Leo and Paula yesterday, and I don't want to ruin it. Maybe we'll bring him on. Yeah, there's something really big in the works, but he's got some new collectible stuff that's come in. Yep. I'm going to buy I told him to hold it for me. First one is the clear John Cena because you can't see me kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, and then I got Fezzik from The Princess Bride. It's Andre. Yeah, I know. I like, awesome, anybody want a peanut? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, I love, Princess Bride is, I tell everybody it's kind of like my, I've always loved it.
It's such a classic.
It's a classic. Right. Anyway, R.I.p. Rob Reiner, by the way.
Yeah,
we love you, Rob. You were the GOAT, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Spinal Tap, all that shit.
I know, right?
We really haven't had a chance to talk since we haven't been back, but this is season 2 now, and that right there, if we want to get into a little true crime real quick. Man, that was just devastating.
I know.
It's just devastating, and that just proves that I got. I don't like to get too serious on this show, but it's like the mental health of this world right now is fucked. You know what I'm saying? It's completely fucked. We're all fucked. No, I'm not saying we're all fucked.
No,
but
there's a few of us that are further off the rails than not. So.
Yeah, he just and I think I don't know what's happening with that. It's just such a tragedy, and shout out, prayers, thoughts, everything to his family because that was a tragedy. Anyway, let's get back on. My second sponsor today is guys. We've got some new. They were banner sponsors, and they're still going to be banner sponsors for live. But I'm still helping them out because they helped us out. So the next sponsor for this show directly is going to be Cali Burrito.
Cali Burrito.
Cali Burrito is a Mexican food restaurant here in New Mexico. Here in Rio Rancho I think it's Albuquerque, Rio Rancho. Anyway, I haven't had a chance to come over there and get you guys' burrito yet, but Ben and I have already said we're going to come over there. We're going to eat some burritos. We're going to shoot some content for you guys. We're going to help you out.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, thank you, Cali Burrito. And then finally, we have Crown Jewels and Coin.
Crown Jewels and Coin.
Yeah, Crown Jewels and Coin. Thank you so much. And then Crown Jewels and Coin. And then, guys, I'm going to go ahead and announce our new gold sponsor today.
All
okay,
right.
Ben? So
all right. Who it is?
Who it is. So, as you guys know, I like an occasional drink, but I love a joint. I love a good cannabis product.
We're green friendly around here.
We are green friendly because New Mexico is a green state, baby.
True that.
We're a blue state, but we're really green state. So
call it turquoise, happy medium.
So we linked up with a new dispenser. Well, it's not new. They're around for a while. They're not here in Albuquerque yet.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Gator. That's his name.
Gator, man.
Good old Gator. And we're gonna have Gator on the show. I can't wait. I've talked. Him and I've been texting. I haven't had a real conversation with Gator just yet because we've been so busy. But yeah, guys, it's called the Monster House Dispensary.
Monster
House. Check out this logo here, guys. Frankenstein, fucking awesome, dude. Anyway, Gator hit us up. We finished out, we had some banner sponsors that are still cannabis, but Gator's actually going to be one of the main sponsors of the show now.
Very cool.
So we have
Gator.
Thanks Gator and his team down in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and in Ruidoso, New Mexico. And Ruidoso is very, very special to me because my name is John. I was named after John Sutterth, who was my step-grandfather, and Sutterth Drive is the main drive in Ruidoso. And guess who that was named after? My grandfather.
Very cool.
So, we're going to go down there. I've got a guest, a musician friend who's going to be on our show down there. And you and I talked about this last weekend when we were watching. Ben and I watched the UFC fights this weekend. And, some fight night. Dana White, we want you to come on the show.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be too
we need
awesome.
some Dana White on Creative Kill. Yeah. Anyway, we've already had the Power Slap people. And Johnny Magna, who does Duke City Championship Wrestling, and he's working with us in No Knock.
Yep.
He's going to come on the show. He's coming on the pod, and we're going to talk, some stuff with him. But he does that power slap too. So we had Chelsea Donson, and he's the male power slap guy that we're going to have. Anyway, so we got some exciting news, exciting things happening coming on the foreground. But we had to just plug our sponsors real quick, guys. So, guys, this is going to be, like we said, it's episode 31, Creative Kill Podcast, not live. Podcast. You can always tell podcast because podcast is purple. So P and P. PP. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so we've got Ben and I, first off, I got to tell you, earlier this year we were talking about our favorite sci-fi, horror, who was our favorite people, right? And mine is werewolves. I fucking love werewolves, dude. I love lichens. I love anything. My dad got me a book when I was a kid called Cycle of the Werewolf. And people don't know, this was a Stephen King graphic novel.
Oh,
and
very
so
cool.
I fell into that, which we've got that werewolf episode happening on later on in the year.
Yep.
That's really special. And then we've got our Predator episode, which is Ben's tailored episode here. We got all the Predator stuff here. And then so for Christmas this year, I got Ben the series of Marvel versus Predator. Dude, what do you think about those, man?
Man, dude, thank you so much. Those freaking things are awesome.
That cover is the best cover, right?
I
The
agree.
Black Panther one.
The Black Panther
don't you
one.
think?
Yes,
yeah.
I highly agree.
And then we have the other ones where he's like Weapon X and there's shit. I mean, it's so cool that the big mouse, Disney bought Fox, so they have the IP of Aliens, Predator, and they can do. I think. Oh, and then I got Jim that Godzilla crossover with Marvel too. Yeah. So Jim with Lujan Studios, one of our executive producers, he got this. So anyway, we're gonna jump into some Predator stuff today, guys. But instead of going movie from where Predator with Arnold started, I'm gonna start off timeline concurrent, dude.
I like that. Timeline orders.
Yeah,
it's a very cool way to dive into
so
it.
let's just dive into it right now. Yeah. So the first one would take place in 1719, and it stars Amanda, or I think it's Midthunder, right? Yeah, she's from,
Midthunder. Yep.
Yeah, is it Amanda Midthunder? Or let's see here. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Anyway, Amanda. Let me just double check that because I got to tell you, she is. We're gonna reset on that, man. Just a second here because I don't want to get that wrong. Okay, just a second here. It is. Oh, it's Amber. Okay,
Amber.
Hold on. Okay, so our first one, guys. Okay, let me timestamp that first correction for Karl real quick. Karl, we are at. It looks like I don't know what time we're at, but it's right here. Okay. All right, let's start again. So anyway, our first one, guys, is going to be, since we're going concurrent from date.
Right.
All right. So the first Predator movie, if we go by date, is going to start off with Prey.
Prey.
Fucking
awesome. Such a good film.
You know what? I think it's my favorite. I mean, the OG is my favorite, but this, I mean, if we're going to go with just like cool historical accuracy, stuff like that. Prey stars Amber Mid-Thunder.
Right. Excellent casting.
She's they're from here.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think they
Good
shot a little bit of it here. I don't quote me on that.
I'm not
but
sure either. I wouldn't be surprised though.
Yeah, I would love to have her or her dad. I worked with her dad, David, or I think it's her dad or her grandfather or maybe somebody. I worked with him on a short here called Rude Girl, and anyway, they're amazing people. But back to Prey.
Yeah, man.
So Prey stars. It's about the Native American culture or this Native American village that obviously the Predator comes down and Predator does Predator things.
Yeah, and I love the concept of that too because being a Predator nerd in the comic books, there's actually a whole series of Predator being emphasized in different timelines like that. There's another hunt that takes place in Africa in I think the 1600s would actually predate. They actually make that movie eventually.
Yeah. Well, they probably came down with the fucking cavemen. If we're gonna write this shit, it's like with all like anything prehistoric. That would be pretty sweet too. I'm sure they have it. I'm not a big nerd like you are, so go ahead.
I mean, speaking of prehistoric, there's two different spots within the Predator films that feature a T-Rex skull. Right, on the trophy wall. So technically speaking, they could do that too. I mean, it's limitless, really, in my opinion. I mean,
teach me real quick, Ben. That's the Youch?
Yeah, Yautja is the way
the
you pronounce it.
Youches.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Yautja is the race, or that's the name of the predator, right?
The race and also species to some degree, because Yautja culture is very much like Native American culture, guys. Like there are different tribes and different types of Yautja, so almost like the way that we look at dogs. You got huskies, you got greyhounds, you got
I like the way you're breaking this down for me, man.
So it's like that's how Yautja culture exists as well. So you have predators who look different, just like, for instance, the predator in Prey, the feral predator looks entirely different. I love the way they did that concept.
Yeah, that predator's kind of skinny.
Yeah,
he's kind of like got this thin build.
Yep.
And so some takeaways from Prey is my favorite thing is I told you this weekend because we were talking about, we were getting ready for the show. My favorite is where the bear and the fucking predator go at it, and she's hiding behind the log, and he fucking picks that bear up and rips him in half, and the blood just goes all over the fucking predator, dude. And it's still in it's camouflage mode, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you want to call that. Is there a name for that?
I mean, technically, not that I'm aware of.
Okay, probably
cloak.
His cloaking device or whatever he has. But and then Amber's performance in that, what do you think about? She killed it, dude.
She did. I love a good strong female lead.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of like
Sigourney Weaver.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was just
Alien.
gonna say
Sorry.
Aliens. That's what did it for me. Seeing Sigourney Weaver.
The other one we've got to go see too. I mean, this is off the topic of that, but it's like I heard that this Sindel, Rachel McAdams.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to do an episode on that too. Because fuck corporate bosses.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, just kidding.
Right. Sure.
Anyway, so Ben's got his Predator shirt on today. I got my. I'm rocking my Bigfoot with a machine gun. I think it's a Black Rifle coffee shirt. I got it in Oklahoma for Christmas.
Technically, this is the Aliens versus Predator. If you want to get real specific, but
anyway, so back to Prey. Yeah, that was and then the ending with the gun and
setting up the whole timeline for that.
Yeah. And then we would jump to the next one. We would jump to is going to be Badlands. So
you mean Killer of Killers.
Oh, sorry, Killer of Killers. Yeah, my bad. Not Badlands, guys.
Gotcha,
Don't crucify me, Predator people, for making mistakes, because I'm a human being like everybody else, and I know we put this on socials. So, yeah. So Killer of Killers. And that has the Viking chick in it,
which actually predates Prey, really.
Right.
So technically, Killer of Killers could have gone first, but
yeah.
But then you're tying in other timelines, like.
Well, she's in Killer of Killers. At the end, it shows her like Schwarzenegger and then Glover, right? Isn't all three of those? Yeah, they captured them or whatever. They're moving on. Yeah, and then we're gonna jump on to we fast forward to 1987, and 1987 is the OG original GOAT. It's just Predator.
Predator.
Yeah, Predator. Yeah. So how old were you when you saw Predator?
I was about 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, because I was older than you. What are you, 40?
Yep.
You're just now 40. I'm 48. Yep. So yeah, I think I was like 12 or 13. Yeah, something like that. Because my dad took me. He took my cousin Jonathan. What's up, Jonathan Taggett? We'll say what's up. Yeah, he took us to go see it, and my Jonathan was like 7. Yeah, so I think or 8, because then I would have been 11 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But boy, man. I mean, it was like mind blowing when we saw that movie.
Seriously, I'd never seen anything like that. Honestly, I probably saw it a little too young. Not gonna lie. Because I got like nightmares. I mean, I've talked about it.
So did Jonathan.
Yeah.
So did Jonathan. Yeah. Jonathan will tell you whenever we meet, you meet him, because he's helping us with the film and stuff. We're going to Orlando, West Virginia to shoot a drone shot.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan's going to be the technical consultant on the next. He was my cousin's in the military. I don't know what he does, but I know he's a badass.
Right.
So he's not anymore, but he was. But it's kind of like Morley. They're guys that. We're in special forces and they do all this stuff, and
very cool.
They're coming over to the entertainment business. Anyway, yeah, but he even talks about, he's like, and West Virginia is a little different. We had on Brandon Gayhart.
Yeah.
They have that twang. And he's like, and he calls me Bubba. He's Bubba. He said, that movie scared me, and he still talks about it to this day, how my dad scared the shit out of him, Then we jump to dude, and then it's like 87 to 97.
Right.
Okay, so 97 we get Predator 2.
With Danny.
Danny Glover. I got to tell you, I loved Predator 2, man.
Man, it also scared me. It was very much on the same level of the way they cinematically brought that kind of like fear factor to Predator. Right. Not very raw, very like a lot of darkness.
Well, and then it was different landscape. It's the city.
Yep.
It's a
concrete
city.
Jungle.
Yeah, concrete jungle. I think it's L.A.
Yeah.
And the Predator obviously lands. The Jamaicans, dude.
Man.
That whole fucking fight scene.
Man.
Do you remember where he shoots that net? He's like,
yep.
And it just grabs the guy's face.
Yeah, starts bleeding into it.
Yes, I love that shit, dude.
Gosh,
I love it. Or the scene
iconic.
in the alley with like the fucking like
the Jamaican lord.
He's like hello predator.
Right,
you know what I mean? He's like, I don't want to culturally fuck up a Jamaican accent, but I'm just saying, it's like I think he scared me worse than the Predator.
Yeah,
because there's some of those Jamaican dudes when they get into like their fucking
like voodoo
the voodoo bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Dude, and it kind of came with that thing. And then you had Maria Conchita Alonso, who I had a huge crush on from Colors back in the day. Remember Colors?
That's right.
Colors. Yeah, Sean Penn and Robert Duvall. Right. And then she was in The Running Man.
That's true.
She was in The Running Man with Arnold. Right. But and then we had good old what's his name from Twister, Bill Pullman.
Oh, yep.
We had Bill Pullman.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Bill Pullman. Do you know the crazy fact about him?
What's that?
Okay. So there's only one actor that's been killed by an alien, a predator, and a Terminator.
That's right.
And he is that guy.
That's true.
He's that guy. And he's from Fort Worth, Texas, baby. What's up? Yeah, I loved him, man. I love him in anything he did. He always played Chet, on Weird Science and stuff.
Right,
but that scene where they kill him in the subway is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then obviously the ending of Predator 2, he's in the ship.
Yep.
I mean, we're fast forwarding kind of the guys. We're going to get as much time as we can on this thing, but we're really not limited to time like we are our other show. But this, that was such a good
scene. It was the first introduction of what Predator culture is or what could be, or giving you like a little insight, but not too much. I mean, that whole format of like having the bone, skulls.
Oh yeah, the
trophy
fucking
wall
trophy wall,
and
dude.
whatnot.
Because it flipped everybody out. Because that's the first time we saw an alien skull.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Everybody was ready for the crossover event.
Right.
And I got to tell you, because Dark Horse Comics back, and that was I would say it was around 87, maybe 90.
Okay.
Don't quote me, but I got the first Alien versus Predator comic book. I still have it.
Okay.
It's black and white. And so, and I freaked out. I was like, yes, we need this to be a movie. And everybody was always saying it needs to be a movie.
Right.
And unfortunately, we'll
became
get onto
true.
that. We're not talking Predator versus
Yeah,
Alien
exactly.
right
That's
now.
a whole different.
That's a whole different thing,
Ball
and I
game.
hope they bring the Alien and Wayland because of what they did with Badlands.
Exactly.
That's the way I wanted to introduce.
Yes.
The other shit that they did, I'm sorry, that felt like studio crap to me,
Yeah,
and
it wasn't.
especially
great.
Requiem. Oh god.
Oh yeah, Rec Room. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that was.
Yeah. So after Predator 2, I've got to tell you, this one is up on my is Predators with Adrian Brody.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Robert
Yes.
Rodriguez, he did
Yep.
he directed it.
He brought the smoke.
Fuck it, he
I
did,
mean,
dude. I fucking love that movie.
Yes.
Fucking, you
Yes.
have Lawrence Fishburne, you have
Yes.
Danny Trejo, you
Right.
have there's so many
stars. In that
so
movie.
many stars. Topher Grace plays that serial killer at the end. We don't even know.
Yeah.
Topher
That turnaround.
Grace. I gotta tell you this something right now. Topher Grace, I mean, we all know him as that like lovable that 70s show
He's
guy.
a dark horse, man.
Dude, he is a dark horse.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah.
fucking turn on like I am a weirdo serial killer.
Right, right.
You know, a lot of people didn't like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. I thought he was great in it. I
Yeah.
thought he did what they wanted him to do
exactly.
with the character.
Yeah.
But back with Predators, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool though too. We get to see a landscape. I don't know if that was the Predator planet that they dropped him on.
Technically, it was one of their hunting planets, so it's not part of like what they call Yautja Prime, which is like the primary planets the predators live on.
Yeah.
Little fun fact. So when you're on Yautja Prime or any of the main predator planets, there's 3 moons that orbit. Sun and 2 moons. I'm sorry. That's where they get their red dot from.
Oh,
That's what that symbolizes. Is they're basically symbolizing their.
I'm
planet.
learning new things every fucking day about this,
Yeah.
man. This is why I love talking to you about this. That's
So,
great.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. But anyway,
yeah. No, and then one of my favorite scenes in that is the samurai, or it's the yakuza
Yes.
versus.
I think his name is Scout or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the name of that specific predator.
Because it looks like a scene from like Bushido Blade or some shit, where they're like across from each other. And they're running like something from fucking Shogun, and I love that. And then I keep hearing, I mean, we've seen it also in Killer of Killers, but I keep hearing that they're gonna do another period piece. Prey is gonna. The director Trachtenberg or whatever his name is, I think he's talking about. I don't know. Badlands was such a success. I think they're going to continue with that though, real quick. But then, after that, then we have The Predator,
right.
which
Also,
I didn't think it. It's at the bottom of my list, but I didn't hate it.
No. It just was a little. I feel like they just kind of, were grasping at straws a little bit, kind of going a little over the top.
Yeah, and what's weird about that is that Shane Black, who plays one of the guys in the Predator the original, he's the one who says Hawkins. Hawkins. He's like, your pussy's as big as a house.
Yeah.
And then he's
trying to get Sonny's character to
yeah. He's
and
like,
finally, that last joke.
Yeah. But he directed The Predator.
Which
and
initially I was very excited about.
Yeah.
I was like, finally, somebody's like trying to continue it.
Yeah.
And it just,
it fell flat.
He's not Robert Rodriguez, man.
Yeah, well, it fell flat. But the reason why it fell flat, there was a lot of controversy on that set.
Okay.
They had some issues. Olivia Munn was in it. I don't want to even go into all that because we all know it's the typical Hollywood thing we hear about all the time about poor females in our industry that just get,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sometimes men can just be shitheads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really disappointed when you get that kind of opportunity. But I will tell you, if we're gonna go into scenes that I like from that, it's mine is the ending where that suit.
Oh yeah, the Iron Man Predator suit.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty neat. I thought that was pretty cool.
I would love to see a continuation of that.
Right.
You know, and I like how, you know, throughout the course of the Predator timelines here, we've gotten introduced to a lot of new weapons. We're not just the typical, like, you know, Wolverine claw, you know, spear, and then also shoulder cannon. We have a plethora now.
Yeah. And then we jump into Badlands, which we've got the popcorn bucket sitting right here. Ben, how many times did you see it in the theater again? Like,
just 3 times.
Just 3 times.
Just 3. I mean, if
he owns it.
Literally, it came out on Prime. I think I bought it within like 30 seconds. I bet.
Like, little 1999 purchase real quick.
Yep. Boom, boom. Yeah. Done deal. Said and done.
So I went and saw that with you at the theater. Like me, you, that was me, you, Jim, and Karl. Yeah. And so we went and saw that. Dude, I loved it. Awesome. It was so good.
So good. So well rounded. So well thought out. There's a lot of details. I mean, I've rewatched the film now, probably, like, not gonna lie, like 20 times probably.
Right.
Man, just very well thought out.
It's such a because there's a lot of a lot of subtitle, you know, where they're talking to each other and stuff. But Elle Fanning in it as the synthetic or whatever, you know, the droid as whatever I call them.
Wayland
droids. She was fantastic. The kid, I don't know his name, who played the main character. What is his name?
Oh man,
I forget.
You got me on that one.
Yeah, I forgot what its name was.
But who played Deke basically?
Deke, it was Deke. Yeah, there you go. And he killed it, dude. And then I watched a bunch of BTS behind the scenes stuff, and he's actually in the suit.
Yep.
Like he was actually,
majority of the time.
Yeah, it was just his face that they had to do CGI with. Yep. And they said one of the biggest challenges was actually getting the expressions of the Predator. Yeah. And I think they're doing that with mocap or whatever it is, you know, where they put all the dots on your face and shit. Right. And man, it blew me away. I don't want to give too much because it just came out, and there's people that watch our show and stuff. But go see Predator Badlands.
Definitely.
And guys, it's PG-13. The reason why it's PG-13 is because everything in it is about aliens. Like there is some human factor in it at the end, but this and then the ending where they talk, and I'm just gonna ask you something because you can tell me since we've got a little bit of time. So at the end, because I don't know about this lore of predators, right? So we have the alpha male predators, and then we have so that was like his father and his brother, remember at the beginning, and then they wanted to kill Deke. Right.
Yep. Yeah.
And
they wanted to kill Deke because he's a runt. Okay. And you know, Predator's culture is very much like Spartan culture in that instance. Like
Spartan culture. We are Spartan.
You know, if you were born sickly or whatever, or misshapen, you were tossed literally over a cliff. And Predator culture kind of works the same way. So yeah, they wanted to kind of just get Deke out, or Deke's father, I should say, the primary leader of their particular tribe. Remind you guys, there are tribes of Predator, and then there's a hierarchy even higher than that. You have like the main Predator king per se, and then he kind of controls all the tribes to some degree. He's more like a peacekeeper between all these different various tribes of Predator and different types of predators, if you will. But yeah, man, it was very cool how they did all that. You know, like with the brother, you know, protecting, or you know, them having the backstory of, you know, talking about how they grew up, essentially covering each other's backs.
And then at the end, though, so you told me something that I didn't know. So female predators? His mom's coming, or what?
Like at the very end of the film, I don't want to give too much away but at the same time, like guys, like you're gonna see it anyway, right?
Yeah.
There's a ship that's flying in, and I forget her name, the synth character's name.
Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning. She's like, friends of yours? And Predator says, no, it's my mother. Now, the female predator within the predator species and whatnot it's kind of like black widows, basically. They're actually bigger and heavier and stronger on average.
Kind of like Latina chicks. No,
I mean, Russians.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I was married to 2 of them.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no,
I love vodka.
Yeah.
But anyway, so and tequila.
I'll fucking stab you, dude.
I mean, for real though.
Yeah.
So they're bigger on average. So it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how they introduce female predators. If they do follow the comic book guideline, yes, we're going to see a female predator that's technically like an Amazon in comparison to the height and size of the regular predator.
So Ben, let me ask you,
male.
like, the comic books versus the films, obviously, it's kind of like Marvel, right?
Right,
You get a lot more substance, a lot more context in the comic books.
definitely.
That's actually the history of all this. Is that I'm like, because it seems
To
like
some
you guys, we were gonna have this other cat on the show. I wanted to get him on, but obviously the budget didn't call for it this year, and it sucks because he knows everything Predator. Like I follow him on Instagram. I'll tag his name in this somewhere, but he. Cool. Dude, it's like you guys know so much about this. It's and it's kind of like me with other stuff. You know, I can geek out on things with you, but yeah. So just like in the real world where women you don't want to fuck with women. You don't want to fuck with the women predators.
Basically.
Yeah,
now,
you told
granted,
me that too.
I don't really know how they tie into like the hierarchy or whatever. Does mom run the show, or does dad kind of run the tribe and mom kind of runs, everything
she's the killer. It's like lions, right?
Right.
Like don't fuck with dad but the moms hunt, like they're badass hunters. And I feel like that because in nature, the females, a lot of the females are the ones that hunt, like predator stuff, and so
or just bigger than the males a lot of times.
Yeah, sometimes and sometimes they're not. I mean, it's like a black widow spider. Have you ever seen a male black widow spider? It's fucking tiny.
Yes.
And then you have this big female, and she just fucking eats them alive.
Praying mantises are the same way.
Yeah, praying mantises. Don't they eat the head of their fucking
of their?
Yeah, I've always liked to get we had what's her name, Melissa Mariner on with the spiderhood spiders, but that was Charlie's episode, so it was kind of tame. Right. But I would really like to get an insect guy on here. I don't know what kind of scientists those are. I know there's a name for it, like
definitely
a bugologist or whatever.
Right.
But maybe we should call the zoo and see if they've got somebody that can come over and just tell us everything they can about predator bugs or killer bugs. But yeah, that's I feel like I hope that they do the design. I've never seen what a female design looks like. Do they have those in the comics?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah,
are they wearing?
They're wearing. They're wearing kind of like
juicy pants. Like
right.
They're wearing some Louis Vuitton.
They do have, breasts and whatnot. They're covered by armor. And, I mean, they're basically dressed almost identical to the males, except they look like a female.
Predator titties?
There are.
I'm sorry.
Only two, not 3 or 4. Only 2.
Jeez, you're gonna make every nerd out here go crazy, man, about that. That's crazy. Sorry, I didn't. This is an adult-themed show, so guys, it's satirical.
And I won't lie, man. The design of how they illustrate them in the comic books, they look hot.
They do. It's funny because I always say that about like ghost movies. I was like, the ghosts are always kind of hot. It's like the hot ghosts, and then they turn into those,
hey, man, sex sells,
Yeah, it does. But at the same time, that's funny that they do that. Yeah. So if we break all of that down, and we're not bringing in the Alien versus Predator stuff,
we'll get there.
Like, what do you rank? Which one is your favorite out of all?
I mean, I'm old school, man. I love the original Predator. Growing up, Predator Part 2 was actually my favorite.
Yeah.
I love Danny Glover, and I just love the whole concrete jungle aspect of it all. But over time, I've just kind of fallen back in love with the original Predator film. But I will say this, Badlands definitely gave it a run for its money, guys. I mean, they did such a good job.
If I'm going to count them down, I go Predator, and then then I'm going to tell you, I think it's Badlands for me, and then I got to go Predators, and then I go Predator 2, and then I go Killer of Killers, and then on my bottom, Badlands is up there. Sorry, but I don't consider like Badlands. I feel like is a little different for me because there's no humans. Like I'm just talking about the old ones, right? And then obviously the Predator is my last one. It's not my. It's entertaining, and I've watched it. What's that?
I'd say Requiem is probably my
Requiem.
Yeah, Requiem.
No, we didn't know. We talked about that. We're not bringing that one.
Oh,
up.
yeah, that's true.
You're not bringing that shit up. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, but
No, but I agree with you. The Predator would probably have to be my last place, unfortunately.
Right, and then so it's gonna be I always tell people this. I'm like, I hope they don't reboot like the franchise, you know what I mean? But I want to get into this just a little bit with you because I thought that this would be a fun thing to do today for the second segment of our show. So, guys, I'm going to start doing this thing because I know you guys out in our geek world, our horror nerd world, and our pop culture world, you guys love fan casting stuff. and I like to fan cast stuff too. You know what I mean? I've actually picked. There's several people that are actually characters in films that I've like. That was perfect. You know, that's perfect casting.
Yes, agreed.
So I asked Ben last night. I was like, you know what, Ben? I was like, okay, 1987, guys, was what? How long ago? Was it like 30, 40 years ago or something?
Yeah.
No, it's like 30 years ago.
39 years ago?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
39 years ago.
We can't do math.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I count in 45s.
Yeah. You count. Yeah, you pick it up and put it down.
Yes.
But I asked Ben, I was like, if we were to recast the original cast of Predator, and I'm not casting the Predator, by the way, and I'm not casting the female. Okay, I'm just talking about the main guys, your special forces dudes. So the original OGs, we had like Jesse Ventura, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers. And Shane Black was one of them. I don't know the names of the other two guys, but Sonny, Hawkins, and then you had Mac. You know, and then so if we're gonna fan cast them, all right, I'm gonna ask you. We're gonna start with Dylan. Or sorry, we're gonna start with Dutch. Sorry, Dutch was Schwarzenegger's character.
Yep. Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you first. Who is your fan casting if you'd recast as Dutch?
Okay, so I actually have two for this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
So my go-to right away, because I wanted somebody to physically match Dutch's profile.
Okay.
You know, and I thought about kind of not doing it that way, about just kind of revamping it in a different light. Right. You know, where it's like we don't have to kind of like almost like they did with Predators, right? Yeah. Like what's his name? The guy who's the lead, who's like
Brody.
Brody.
Yeah, Agent Brody.
Him and Arnold are entirely different body types.
Oh yeah,
but
it was
he
great.
was. I thought that was awesome.
That fucking shotgun he's carrying the whole
Yeah.
fucking time, dude. It's like that automatic one.
Yeah.
It's the same one that Terry Crews carries in the Expendables.
Yeah. And also, if you go to the Predators comic book, Brody was like the perfect casting for that, because he looks like the comic book character. He's the guy. That character in that series is not big dude.
He's like a thin, athletic stature.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I liked about Prey too, because
Right.
the reason. Hey guys, little fun fact: the reason the Prey Predator looks the way it does is because it's a desert-dwelling predator.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's why it's very scrawny kind of.
It kind of looks like a snake.
Yeah.
Like the way it's body type. If you look at it, the scales that go down right here, it looks like. The only thing I can relate to it is like if you see, you remember like Clash of the Titans Medusa, like the snake when she was a snake form.
Yep.
Yeah, like that. That's the way I kind of look at. Like his chest looks like that to me.
Right. So anyway, just a little fun fact there for
Yeah.
you guys. But so getting back to who I would cast as
Dutch.
My number one is actually Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
I feel like he could carry that intensity that Arnold brought. Plus, his aesthetic look, I think, would be perfect.
Fuck yeah, Dwayne would be awesome as Dutch.
Yeah.
He would be a great Dutch. Okay, and then go ahead.
My honorable mention is Jason Statham. I thought
Statham.
I thought that. Would be cool
yeah,
too,
maybe.
But
I don't
just
know.
because I felt like his intensity would be there, but honestly, The Rock. He's got the physical stature. It would be pretty spot on in my opinion.
Right. Well, okay. Mine didn't go physical stature, but mine did go family. So I just said Patrick Schwarzenegger, like the fucking son of Arnold.
Yeah,
Let's put a little weight on him, get a little creatine in there, and get him fucking pumped up. You know, I've watched him in a couple of different things. He was in The Boys, and then recently watched him in White Lotus. He's a phenomenal actor, Patrick Schwarzenegger. Okay. I would love to interview that kid. I'm hearing rumors about him being in the new X-Men stuff. Okay. They're fan casting him as Cyclops.
Okay.
But I like I said, I think that would be kind of cool. But then if we're gonna, my other one, if I was gonna say, I'm gonna say this. Mine's kind of the opposite of The Rock, but still the same kind of guy.
Yeah.
Cena. You know, maybe.
See, and Cena's on my list. But,
but I don't think Cena's not gritty. Cena's a little too clean for me for Dutch, maybe then too. But because I had Cena on another thing too. I'll just say, all right. So then our second character in it is Dylan, right?
Yes.
Remember? Hey, we'll just do it. Let's do it right now. Ready?
Right.
You're pushing too many pencils. Yeah, it's like, look at my arm versus Ben. He's like fucking jacked, and here I am, little fucking twig.
Yeah, we're gonna change that though.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben's gonna start training me next week. It's gonna be, we're getting ready for California. So I told him, I was like, I gotta cut a little bit of this fatty. Anyway, so Dylan plays the CIA officer who comes in, and obviously he's lying to the Special Forces team the whole fucking time because they know there's a predator there.
Yep.
Right? They know there's something, and that's the reason why. Isn't that correct? That's the reason why they're going there? Like,
so basically, initially, Dylan knows that there's something going on in the area, but at the same time, his primary reason is because Dylan's CIA team got taken out by the Predator.
Right. They're the ones hanging from the fucking tree.
Exactly.
Yeah, I forget that guy's name, but yeah, he's like, and they walk up and they're like, "What the fuck happened?"
And Dylan's motive is trying to get a handle on any information going on in that little village because the Russians and stuff like that are in business with those people down there in South America. I think it takes place in Venezuela, technically.
Yeah. So we know about all that right now.
Well, I was like, this is Venezuela a long time ago. So not to like current events. We're not going to tie that in, but yeah, that's basically what's going on. Dylan is just basically.
So who's your fan cast for Dylan?
Michael B. Jordan.
Fuck you. That was mine too.
Oh, see,
that was mine too. He has to play. He played fucking Creed, right?
Exactly.
We need Michael B. Jordan in a Predator film with Patrick Schwarzenegger. Exactly. That right there, awesome. just teaming those two up for a Predator film, and don't have them as like the sons or whatever. Just the homage, the fucking
the tribute to the original.
A little nostalgia running in there, but so I did have Michael B. Jordan as mine because I got my favorite film still this year is Sinners. I'm gonna tell you right
hands
now.
down.
I hope it wins fucking everything in the Oscars.
I mean,
it's
it
horror.
Deserves it.
It was Sinners, and I love Weapons too. I love One Battle After the Other. I mean, I love. There's a lot of films that came out this year, but Sinners was my favorite. Like it came out of the gate, fucking hot, man.
Swinging for the fences.
Fucking Ryan Coogler just killed it. Yeah.
I mean, gosh.
And so did Michael B. Jordan. He was awesome. Yeah,
Playing twins like that. Very impressive.
And then I've been watching a lot of BTS stuff about that, but we'll do a Sinners episode later.
Most
back to this. So now we have so Billy, he's the Indian, the scout.
Yes. So mine is I'm gonna butcher this guy's name, so I'm so sorry, guys, but his name is Martin Senesmir.
Okay.
He plays.
Let me look. He's pulling this up. Hold on. What?
He plays in The Magnificent Seven as the Native American character in that.
Oh yes, I love that kid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I like his aesthetic look. That guy is. I've only seen him in a few other projects, but he always comes prepared. He's always in shape. I think he's a pretty darn good actor. On top of that, I like him for Billy just because I think he would be able to bring that same intensity that Billy brought.
I do agree with that. I think that mine may be a little better than yours because I've got to come home a little bit for us in New Mexico, and mine's going to be the. I think if we bulk him up just a little bit, and we cast. His name is Zahn. It's Zahn McLaren. He's the lead in Dark Winds. I love that fucking guy, dude. I would love to have him on the show because I love Dark Winds so much, and that's our hometown show. It's filmed in Santa Fe here. George R. R. Martin, Robert Redford, R.I.P. Robert Redford too. But I liked him. He was in Westworld. I don't know if you've caught any of that.
Right.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
And his intensity. He was in Doctor Sleep. Did you see that? That's the sequel to The Shining with Ewan McGregor.
No,
you got to catch that.
Okay.
We'll do an episode of that. I'll make you watch that. Doctor Sleep. But his intensity, his face, dude, it's like, he doesn't smile a whole lot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And Billy was kind of that way too.
Yes. Yeah.
So I just figured he could give that serious, cool tone because Billy was technically the scout, your recon guy you sent out before.
Right.
Okay, and then we've got Hawkins, and Hawkins was Shane Black. We were just talking about him. He was the sniper. Yep. I didn't realize he was the sniper of that crew. So now they have all of their stuff. So who do you have as Hawkins?
Well, Jeremy Renner.
Oh, you got Renner?
Yeah,
Okay, Renner's
yeah.
a good one.
I
He's a
thought-
good little smart ass
Yeah,
type.
exactly. I think he has like kind of a similar profile to the dude. I think Jeremy's like range would kind of match very well, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I would like to keep him alive a little longer than
Yeah,
what
no, he
Hawkins-
got bit.
Yeah, I mean,
He was the first one who got jacked.
I mean, and
Yeah. Well,
bad.
mine is I went a little younger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'm watching some of these young guys now, these younger actors, and I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're gonna trip out when he's. Mine is Joe Keery, and he plays Steve on Stranger Things. He's the kid with the big hair, and he's like fucking. Because
yeah.
Hawkins was a smart ass,
That's
dude.
true, man.
And this kid
that's a
can
good-
play a
yeah.
fucking smart ass,
yes.
so good.
That's true.
And I feel like if
Yeah.
you,
Okay.
he's got some things coming out. I'm hearing casting rumors that they're going to talk about him playing Harry Osborn in the new Spider-Man stuff.
Okay.
And he, like, I watched this. Did you finish Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I love Steve's character. I've always
Yeah.
loved his character.
Yes.
And then he was kind of a badass, you know. He was
Right,
very
right,
vulnerable.
right.
He let down his guard at the end of the series. It was really good. But
Mm-hmm.
back to this, he plays that kind of like that witty smartass that can kind of catch it, you know, real quick.
Right,
You know, those
right.
kind of things. And then my other one, if I go a little older, and this is just because I enjoy watching Dak Shepard. Like Dax, I think he would be a funny kind of just like, oh my God, you know,
Yeah.
you need that guy with that because Hawkins is always that smart
Kind of the comic relief.
Yeah.
I
And then-
agree.
Okay, so then we have Chavez. Chavez is the guy at the radio, so he
Poncho.
survived, didn't he? Poncho, is that his name? Poncho. I don't
The
know.
guy, the guy with the radio.
Yeah,
backpack, right?
that's his name.
And the
Is
grenade launcher.
yeah. That's his name. Like
Oh, the call
Chavez.
sign.
Yeah, Chavez is his actual real last
Yeah.
name in the its character's last name or whatever. So I don't know if that guy was really Latino or not because he looked pretty fucking white to me.
True. But like the whole Million Diendes or whatever
Yeah,
little
I hear
line.
ya,
Yeah,
I
he's
hear
trying to
ya.
speak Spanish in the beginning of the film there.
Right.
But yeah, no. Yeah, for Poncho, I'm still going, I guess, a little older here. I like Michael Pena for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I feel like, you know, in some of the serious roles he's had, he does a good job. And also his Mexican accent, he speaks flawless Spanish.
Right.
And I just think it'd be fun to just kind of have him there.
Yeah, mine. I went younger. I went younger again, and so because I'm really trying to because I want our show to be, you know, like we have such an age gap between us and
Right.
Gen Z and stuff.
Right.
But
Very broad audience, yeah.
I like his name is Joaquin Torres. Do you know who he is? He's playing the new Falcon, like Captain America. It's the one with Anthony Mackie. He stars in Brave New World?
Yeah.
So Torres, you'll see him in a bunch of stuff, but I watched him recently in this Peacock series about John Wayne Gacy,
Okay.
and he plays a detective. Dude, the intensity this kid brings, like, and he's got that kind of straight arrow
Right.
look, because that's what Pancho or Chavez
Yeah.
was. He was
Kinda-
like this.
Kind of clean cut a
Yeah,
little more.
clean cut. And if we're gonna get a Latino in there, let's get a real Latino.
Right,
You know,
I
like you
agree.
said, Michael Pena.
Yeah.
I love Pena and everything he's in too, dude. Pena fucking kills it.
Yes.
I love, dude. One of my favorite movies is End to Watch.
Yeah,
And
yes, End to
he's
Watch.
fucking kills it. in
I
that.
mean, War Against Everyone. Freaking,
Yeah.
The
Dude,
Martian.
fucking Ant-Man. He was
mean,
great, man.
Ant-Man,
Yeah, just
freaking
dude.
Next Friday. I mean,
Yeah.
the list goes on. This guy, honestly, a very underrated actor
Crash.
in my opinion. Yeah, Crash.
Oh, fuck, he killed it
he's-
in Crash.
He's been in so many things,
So
and
many
he always
things.
brings the heat. He always brings the
Right.
smoke.
Okay, then we're gonna get to my favorite two characters. We've got. Let's do it. Jesse Ventura played
Yep.
Blaine, dude.
Yeah, Blaine.
Hey,
man.
what's the line, dude? What's the line?
I ain't got time to bleed.
I ain't got time to bleed.
I mean,
you got time to duck?
Right, yep, right.
You know, that's my fucking
Yeah.
favorite shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like when when we watched that scene as kids, it was so fucking badass.
Yes.
And then he had the best gun, dude.
I mean,
he
he
had
did.
the minigun, man.
And that was a custom-made minigun for that movie, by the way, too. They had to take that off of the side of a helicopter, basically, because that's what the minigun was actually
No
originally
shit.
designed for. And they custom-made it into a handheld.
So let's get into a little Ventura since we're sitting here right now.
right.
Jesse Ventura is a little bit of a whack job. I love the
mean,
guy,
yeah.
but because I love wrestling, you know me and my wrestling.
Right.
But he, in that, Did you hear the story about him and Arnold on that one?
Yeah, how Arnold tricked him.
Yeah, Arnold
Played
with the bottle of champagne.
yeah.
I'll bet you a bottle of champagne. My arms are bigger than your arms.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he did something with the measuring tape or some shit.
He had the wardrobe department purposely lie on his behalf for Jesse, stating that Jesse had bigger arms than Arnold. And then when they met up in person to measure it, Arnold's arms were bigger, and so he kind of set Jesse up for failure on that one a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I did.
Pumped him.
And then obviously he's a running man. Him and Arnold are buddies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's got the fucking Australian like cowboy hat with it flipped up,
and he's always chewing dip.
Fucking chewing dip, sleeveless, just fucking
with
rocking
the MTV shirt,
dude.
I
yes,
love the fact
I know.
that's
MTV,
cool,
R.I.P. MTV.
I mean,
by the way, that's our fucking generation.
Is, man.
Shit,
man,
dude, that was And then when let's just get to it when like we'll get it over to the last character Mac too. But when they mow down the jungle,
one of the best shooting scenes in the history of cinema.
If you're a male and you are just love fucking guns and blowing up shit. That's why I wore my Bigfoot with my machine gun today.
Love that.
Yeah. Because let me tell you something, guys. I love target shooting. I was in private security for a long time. You like to do it too. We like to competition. Just go out there and shoot guns and stuff. We're not a bunch of. And then I also like to protect myself. I love my fucking Second Amendment right, dude. I'm sorry. I have guns. Sure. I have guns. I do and so it's
not
like
just these ones.
Not my little guns, my 22s versus your fucking 50 calibers over there. Anyway, but yeah. So who is your pick for Blaine?
Well, we kind of mentioned his name earlier already, Mr. John.
You have John Cena?
Yeah.
So I was gonna pick Cena. He's my runner-up. Okay, because I got again. This is another fan favorite, and he's a friend of ours. And I'm just gonna throw his name out there because I think he's got the look, and he could like pull it off, especially with his cauliflowers and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think Keith Jardine could pull off fucking Blaine, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he's just so fucking like a newer version that he's just you know.
Agreed.
And if you guys don't know who Keith Jardine is, he was on our show. He was like episode 20.
Yep.
He did Kill Me Again, which was a great movie.
Love
but
it.
Keith is he's former MMA fighter turned action star, right? And he's been in Shot Caller.
I mean, the Punisher series.
The Punisher. He's got this guy's been all over
John
the place.
Wick.
He's all over it. And so Keith is a very good action star.
Yes.
That I was saying, and when I was really cutting it down last night, and I wasn't trying to like kiss Keith's ass, you know, I love you, Keith, but I'm not kissing your ass. But I think you'd be really good for that part because he's got that fucking. Yeah. It's like even in MacGruber, you know, I watched MacGruber last night, and he's in it because MacGruber walks up to him and they're talking shit, and Keith just always looks like such a badass.
Yes.
And if you meet Keith in real life, guys, he's a fucking sweetheart.
Yeah,
he's
an awesome dude.
He's
so
great.
Down to earth. Very cool.
So
very easy to talk to.
And then our final is Mac. This was my hardest one to cast. Dude.
I agree 100%. I went through a laundry list of actors that, you know, I was trying to match the physical stature of, and then
because Mac's not he's tall, he's a big guy, but he's not like muscular. Okay,
right.
Mac, you know, he's not he's more of just like the quiet badass. You know, you see him sitting there with the fucking razor when he's that scene. Also, I gotta tell you right now, when you're a kid, you're like, oh, fucking, that guy's so fucking hard, dude. He just broke a bic off on his face.
Yeah,
you
which was also an improvised scene. Yeah,
really,
that was not planned. Bill. Oh my gosh, what's his last name?
You can just call him Mac.
Bill. Was doing that, and they just happened to be filming it at the time. So they were like, no, keep it going.
So that's
because he didn't realize that he was doing that to himself. And because he was just trying to press, I don't know why they gave him.
We've all shaved and cut ourselves. Yeah.
Well, the fact that they gave him a bic with real blades in it is kind of crazy in itself. But yeah, that was all just improvised on the spot.
No shit.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Yeah. So who's your casting for Matt?
So after going through a plethora, right? I mean, I was honestly thinking, what's his name from Full House? The
Full House.
Yeah, not Full House. I'm sorry.
Full House. Bob Saget.
Family Matters.
Family Matters. Oh, that big.
Is
he dead?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anywhere from him to like literally Tyler Perry. I mean, I was soul searching.
So I've got an actor, and I've got to pull his name up, but I think he would be perfect for it. because do you watch the Mayor of Kingstown?
Oh man, you stole my runner-up. That was my runner-up.
Yeah. So his name
Bunny.
is Bunny.
Yeah.
The actor that plays Bunny, his name is Toby Bamtaref.
I know.
Bamtefa.
Sorry, man.
He's sorry, I butchered your name. But Toby is an actor from the UK, but he's got like those eyes. Or Winston Duke would be good too in Black Panther. He plays fucking Baku.
And Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. Winston Duke would be a really good one.
Yeah,
that was mine.
I kind of slept on Winston actually now as we were talking about it, because I went out of acting altogether.
We can even throw our buddy Terrence Terrell in there. Terrence could do it. Terrence could do it if he Terrence just smiles a lot. It's his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Mac didn't really smile too much.
No, Mac doesn't fucking smile at all.
Yeah.
I remember Mac in the scene from he was in Commando. Do you remember where they flip him over and he kills him on the coffee table?
Yeah.
Shit, that was.
I know,
so
man.
man. Well, that was awesome with your. I love your picks, dude. That was great.
So this is the pick that I have for Mac actually.
Oh, okay.
Aries Spears. You know who Aries
Oh,
Spears
I
is?
do know Aries Spears. Yeah.
So that was my pick, just because
A little comedy in there.
A little comedy in there, and I feel like Aries, when he's not smiling, looks intense. Yeah.
You know, I've seen that about Aries because I see him on interviews with different podcasts and stuff, and he actually was just here a couple of months ago. Our boy LBJ went out with him and helped do some stuff with him here. But I think he performed at Hyenas or something. Maybe it was at Cansadas. But he gets when he gets serious, he will fucking tear you apart, dude. I get scared of Aries.
Yeah, most def.
Yeah.
But
That's
I love your picks too, man.
Yeah, man.
I love the fact that you went younger, trying to represent a lot of these actors that honestly I was kind of sleeping on because they're younger. My head's stuck in like a certain generation.
No. Well, and then that's with a lot of people. It's just like I've been trying to figure out some younger actors that I think really have some. Okay, because here's the thing with Hollywood. Hollywood casts beautiful faces. I know this because we've been fucking part of it now for 8 years, going on 8 years. I am, but it's these younger kids that know how to really act, and I'm gonna shit on some people because there's actors that I think out there that are like, oh God, him again, but that Patrick Schwarzenegger, really good young kid. I think, obviously we said Michael B. Jordan, good young actor. I think he's in his 30s now, maybe. No, I don't think he's 40 yet.
No, he's probably like mid to late 30s, somewhere in there, maybe.
Yeah, and then just keeping them going. So let's kind of segue over to Badlands again. So Badlands, we said it ends with this. Where do you think they take Badlands from now? Where do they take it from here? Because they've got to bring the mothership. I mean, it's obviously the mothership,
right? Right. I'm not certain, but I kind of feel like the whole Killer of Killers and Badlands, the way that they might tie some of that kind of hierarchy of the Predator Society or Yautja Society that's going to be the next kind of deal. We might see some like gladiatorial kind of situation stuff going on where we get to see like a coliseum or just like a big city of one of the Yautja cities versus like on the outskirts, like because what you see in Badlands is very tribal still.
Yeah, for sure.
And based off the comic book series, the Yautja cultures they're like the city's size of New York City kind of style stuff, so. Well, I'm hoping that we get to see a little bit more culture.
Like what you're saying is like bring it into like the Predator's home planet and just be like see him walking around going to like the Predator subway and shit.
I mean, like hitting McDonald's.
Did you get that reference? The Predator subway.
That pun intended.
I know, right? Yeah. Is there a Predator called Jared? Yeah, he's in jail.
Right.
Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's like, I would really like to see. I feel like there's like a lot of like trials and testimony, like what they did on Badlands where they dropped him off, they were going to kill him, but he wanted to go kill that beast, whatever that thing was called.
Callus,
yeah. They wanted to kill that to prove himself, And I think that if they have like maybe like some training scenarios, that would be fucking
almost
cool.
like the way that they film 300, right? Like you get to see like the way they're brought up because
Trachtenberg, are you listening to this?
Right.
We'll come on as a writing staff.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Because there's like I don't know. I to be honest with you, I mean, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong here, but there's like like 13 or 12 different stages of growing up, like as a predator or as a Yautja.
Really?
Like you know, like you go like the first phase, you know, you're like where Deke was at to get his cloak. In terms of that, he had already gone through several other trials just to get to that point. You know, they kind of frame it where, you know, you almost feel like, oh, this is like you know, like a major stepping stone, when really it's just one more stepping stones in terms of a lot more to follow, you know. So it'll be interesting to see how they frame that, because they could definitely show like the training of, as far as like a young Yautja, and then how they I forget the timeline of how they grow up, but they grow up super slow. You know, by the time they're like considered like adulthood, they're probably like, I think in their like, it's somewhere between like 80 to 100 years old. You
wow.
know? It's crazy.
That's
like,
great.
There's a lot of
this is the shit. Like
like
I love that you geek out on this, because you're one of my best friends, and I love just to see how happy you are when you go see stuff like this. You know, and it makes you like, whenever you see something in your genre, like whenever I see a werewolf movie, and I've seen the really good ones and I've seen the really bad ones. I usually like them all.
Right.
I just try to find something good about them.
Yeah.
And I say, oh, that was fun. You know, that scene was fun. And or try to get into there's different stuff. And it's like Requiem and just Alien versus Predator, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did like the first Alien versus Predator with Lance Hendricks, and because that was Wayland and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
The second one, I just don't know what they were thinking.
Well,
I mean, it was like in a neighborhood.
Yeah, right. And also to touch on some good notes there, in Requiem, you do get to see that kind of Predator City scene where you see Wolf, the name of the Predator in part 2 of the Aliens vs. Predator series. His name is Wolf. He's a very accomplished predator. He's like right below. He's like a couple like classes below, like being like a head honcho kind of scenario. Okay. Like he doesn't have to hunt anymore. He chooses his own hunts. He's got a plethora of weapons that he's won over his battles and stuff like that. That's why he's got the dual shoulder cannons and things of that nature. And the whip, the Predator whip, that's something that
was fucking sick, dude. The whip, dude. Man. I love that. Yeah. I love that when they integrate new weaponry to them and how crazy it is and how detailed it gets. Right. It's just, it's like you said with the pulse cannons or whatever. It's like some of them have one, some of them have two. Right. Some of them with those blades, it just comes out about this far. Then you had that one that had like that samurai sword blade and Predators.
Right, and it's a singlet versus
a dual, fuck yeah, dude. Know? That blade was fucking awesome. Yeah. But this and why do you think? And I'm just gonna ask you, why do you? Is it just why does it resonate so good? It's because it's almost like comic book, right? I mean,
I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I mean,
I think it's also the toxic masculinity.
Probably,
man. It's just like,
definitely.
Oh, we want to see us getting taken out by this fucking badass.
Yeah,
you know, it's like Wolf with Alien. Like when we have Wolf on here, we should do an Alien versus Predator crossover talk. Definitely. But Wolf, you know, he can tell us, he's kind of like you, he can tell us everything you need to know about the xenomorphs and aliens and all that stuff. Right. I enjoy it all. It's not my, I can't get detail oriented like you guys can in it. But like if you go to me with, you know, werewolf culture and all that, that's what I love to do. It's all of us have this little niche, you know, of what we enjoy. And I think that it stuck with us also because it was I'm just going to say this, it was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Definitely.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger movies back in the 80s and 90s were the action movie.
Yes.
You wanted to go see Arnold in anything he came out with. I mean, you had Terminator. Well, you had like Red, what was it? Red,
Conan,
what was the one with him and Jim Belushi where there was like there was a first one where he was
Red Scorpion.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. No, he was. Remember, he was like the Russian agent that comes in.
Yeah,
and then
I think that's Red Scorpion.
Something like that.
Red something.
Yeah, it was Red something. We'll get it. It wasn't Red October.
I know, right?
That was Alan. That was
Sean Connery.
That was Sean. Hey, sure.
Money Penny.
Bond, James Bond. But no, and then we have, you know, there's all these different like Schwarzenegger movies. But anyway, back to that. That was like Schwarzenegger just called his homies up, and he was like, "Yo, let's make this movie."
He actually took a salary cut to get all the other actors
Fuck
on
yeah,
that,
you do.
paid because he wanted the best team assembled
Fuck
for
yes.
that film.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he trained all
That's
those
what I'm
guys
doing for
as
66.
well.
I'm
Yeah.
like the most expensive scene we've got ours is with our big action star guys, right?
Right.
Which is kind of a tease for the second film. But it's you want, if you're gonna do like a medley of badass actors like that, like an Expendables or something,
Right.
you can't go in thinking you're gonna get $20 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want it to be a cool, good action flick with all these badasses in it,
Right.
everybody's just got to say, you know what, we're all going to make like $5 million or whatever it was. I don't know, back then, $1 million or whatever. And then let's all go out there. But there was all kinds of complications on that set.
I mean, they got
sick.
constant dehydration.
Yeah.
A couple of people passed out and whatnot. The guy, forgive me, I can't remember his name, but the actor who played both the original Predator and also Predator Part 2.
Well, you know, that was supposed to be Van Damme.
Yeah, and they tested him in the suit. He hated the original design, guys. If you haven't seen the original Predator facial design,
it's fucking
it
awful.
looks horrible.
It's awful.
They pivoted. I forget. I don't know if it was Spielberg or who. There was somebody who influenced Rodriguez to go a different direction with the mask or the face design and whatnot. And thank God he did, because man, that face is just crazy. I mean, the mandibles.
The fucking mandibles,
You know,
dude.
reminds me like of a spider
Or a crab.
Yeah, it's just.
I always looked at it like kind of like a crab, like
Right.
there's just something, a scorpion. Like if you ever look at like a face of a scorpion or something like that,
Terrifying.
It's definitely a predator. It's a predator face.
Yes.
So that's a good ending point. But I just want to tell you, I'm glad we got your predator episode done on episode 31, guys. Here of the Creative Kill podcast, we are going to hit up our sponsors, and then we're going to hit a little helping with horror moment that I've got planned, and then after that we're going to go ahead and sign off today. So again, guys, we want to thank everybody here for watching. Check out our YouTube channel, Creative Kill Productions. We're going to have Creative Kill Live, we're having Creative Kill Podcast, and then we're going to have some other stuff that's going to be showing up here in the next year. It's a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun right now. It's getting the season started, season 2. We want to thank Duke City Toys, Monster House Dispensary, Crown Jewels and Coin, and Cali Burrito.
Yes.
Cali Burrito, I can't wait to go over there because I've seen their menu online, dude, and it looks so fucking good.
I bet.
I can't wait.
Can't wait to see you, Cali.
Yeah. We'll definitely take a little field trip over that neck of the woods and get something to eat and shoot some stuff over there with them. Maybe I can kill somebody with a burrito.
There we go. We'll figure out something.
Yeah.
Get creative.
Just be like,
right, extra guac.
Anyway, so at the end of every show, guys, Ben and I, we try to help out with community. We make donations on the Creative Kill Live show, but helping with horror is just it's basically a good message we like to lend. We like to end every show on a good note.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
so, I got to tell you, the temperature that's going on in this country is insane right now.
It's out of control, man.
It is out of control, and it's both sides.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, we're Switzerland here. We're not trying to pick sides
yeah,
or anything like that.
There is no political affiliation. I've already said this. I am not a fan of ICE. I'm not a fan of everything that's going on. Nobody is, I think, in this world or this country right now. But I think we need to all just take down the temperature just a little bit because it is. It's fueling both sides. So it's like, and I hate to say this about the Orange Man, but it's like whenever you fuck with him, he just comes back it's like a Hydra, dude. It's like you cut off one head and then fucking 10 more pop up, right? And so what I'm saying is that I know a lot of you influencers and stuff are out there and you're doing your stuff and about the Epstein files and all this shit. Take a breather. It's time. I mean, don't take a breather if you're calling to action, doing stuff, but I'm talking about your mental health. I just do not think that this social media thing that's happening where constantly, especially on Instagram and TikTok, where the algorithms are just fucking everything's in your face all the time. Guys, it's time. And take this from a 40-year-old, almost 50-year-old man that's telling you this. And this, I am not part of any kind of political group or anything, but just getting on there and rage baiting and screaming at people, it just makes other people angry. And other people, it's like this fucking, it's like the virus, like the COVID virus.
No, anger feeds anger, guys. And at the same time, if you can just focus on the positivity of what it is the content you're trying to create.
Right.
And then at the same time, if you have other projects out there, kind of like what we're doing now with our podcast and things like, put your efforts into things that are positive, that make your life better, that make other people's lives better.
Right.
You know, if we all do that on both sides of the fence, guys, we're gonna make some headway.
And B, I think it's just that it's become social media. God, we've seen the evolution of it when it started just with MySpace and everything.
Yeah, back in the day.
And I worry about these kids because they're so. It's just like it's the world to them.
Yeah.
You know, and what I can tell you is this: it's not the world. It's all fake.
Yes.
Half of the shit we do is fake. It's not fake. It's entertainment.
True.
Okay, but listen. And especially if you're one of these people who follow these influencers and believe everything they fucking say, guys, they're doing it for monetization and to get clicks and the clout and all this stuff. This rage baiting is just, and it works, but don't let it just fucking consume you. Yeah. Jesus Christ. You know? It's been way too much lately, and they're getting on. My other thing is this too, just a quick touch about this, and I want to kind of give you guys this. I am not a celebrity, but I am an actor. Okay, Ben is not a celebrity; he's not an actor. But you guys are going after celebrities that, you know, because they don't comment on this stuff. First of all, you need to understand this real quick, and this is something that every normal human being needs to understand. If you were at the level of, let's say, I'm just going to use his name as like a Tom Cruise or a Brad Pitt or whatever.
Right.
You are controlled. I mean, they can tell their opinion, but they're not going to get on talk shows and go off on this stuff because they have projects relying on, you know, things to do, and even younger actors, performers, all this stuff. And that's not the people that you need to be looking at to change this fucking world anyway. No. Let me tell you something. Actors are actors, and that's great. They can get out there and they can say their message. They got a huge platform. Right. But I'm going to tell you, if you want to really do work, then go to your senators, go to your representatives, and go to the source. Your
local government.
Right. Your constituent, go to your fucking source. Just quit taking it out on people. I mean, there are shitty people, and I've seen the Epstein files. I know it.
True.
But what I'm saying is that, you know, they're just taking it out on, oh, this guy didn't comment about this. Well, you know what? Maybe. Okay, I'm going to use the example, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says this because I love the guy, Jelly Roll. They have come out. He said some stuff at the Grammys. You know, he won a Grammy, and he came up and he said it, and then it was like, he came off the red carpet, and of course, you know, everybody's throwing microphones in his face and like, how's your win, blah blah blah. And then somebody asked him about the ice thing. You know, the guy just won a fucking Grammy.
Exactly.
Let him celebrate the Grammys. He doesn't want to get on he doesn't want to get on TV and start talking about political shit.
He's an artist.
He's an artist.
Let him speak about his art.
And he's a newer artist. You know, the guy's lost all this weight. He's done all this stuff. And now everybody's wanting to loop him in with all this fucking white supremacy bullshit or whatever it is. I don't give a fuck. Just leave that guy alone. Unless they're getting up in the middle of it and they're actually doing stuff. I mean, it's like, but they're targeting people now. It's just like, oh, entertainers need to get targeted about, you know, political stuff.
Let's see if we can get a rise out of this person.
And you know, and some of them bring it on themselves. True. I will tell you that. But the other ones that don't, like him, he just doesn't want to be a part of it. So don't fucking leave the guy alone. Yeah. He makes great music. He's a really, really good guy now.
Yeah, seems like a great person.
It's a very great comeback story, or you know, it's like you see people that have struggled. I've struggled in my life. Yeah. You've struggled in your life.
Definitely.
We're not fucking perfect human beings. And now let me tell you something. Everybody on social media that's talking this shit definitely isn't fucking perfect because guess what? They're on fucking social media trying to make a living and not doing a real job. Yeah. I'm going to say that right now.
For real.
Okay, if you're sitting there and you're just talking to your fucking camera the whole time, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm getting over this, and it's almost like bullying too. Yeah. So my helping with horror moment is be kind.
Yes.
Get the fuck offline.
Yes.
Get out there.
A little bit,
unplug a little bit because It is, and where I get is it's the tech companies right now that are getting a little predatory, and they run this shit over and over and over. Yeah. Even the news does it. I have to turn off Fox News at my parents' house because I'm like, or not Fox News, but whatever news they're watching.
Any news outlet these days, it doesn't honestly doesn't even matter.
It does not. It's not good for your soul to see all that negativity all the time.
Go outside, guys. Go for a hike.
Yeah.
Go to Cali Burrito. Eat
go
a
to
burrito.
Cali Burrito.
Yeah, guys. Seriously, like unplug, enjoy life.
And I'm not telling you not to protest and not to express your First Amendment rights. All I'm telling you to do is just take a breather.
Yeah.
Because I really think that some of you guys need some fucking professional help and need to get out there. And instead of airing everything out online. You know, but anyway,
hey,
that's it. That's
I'm
my helping with
better
moment today. You know what I mean? That's just like I had to say something, Ben, because it's. I mean, I'm really upset with ICE, and I you know that you kind of pulled me back because we have this show and we have a lot riding on this show, and I'm not holding my tongue back, guys, because I'm afraid that we're gonna get canceled or something. I'm holding my tongue back because it does. Ben saw it, it's like it makes you crazy. It makes you really crazy.
It gets under your skin, like your nerves are on fire, guys. I get it.
Right.
You know, we've all been there.
It's tough. It's a tough world right now, but we all just got to unify, get together. More love than hate.
Exactly.
Let's fucking do this. All right. We're Creative Kill. We love you guys. All right. And so right now, guys, we want to sign off, but hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and our website is www.creativekill.live. Okay, we've got some really, really fun projects coming on in the future. This is going to be a podcast episode. Obviously, we got the purple lighting and stuff like that, the cool Predator shit. Our next episode, we're going to be having on Mike Levy, and Mike Levy is from the Stream franchise. He's the writer, producer, director, actor, just like Phil Falcone. He's one of the guys. He's a Terrifier guy too.
Very cool.
So we're gonna get him, and he's gonna be on our next guest. I'm super excited to have him on, and then after that, we are going to be bringing on. I think Adam Oki, he's one of our sponsors. He's coming on. He's going to tell us some really crazy horror shit that happens in the court system. We haven't had a lawyer on. I'm pretty excited about that too.
Good,
Adam Oki Law, he's one of our sponsors. His episode will actually be his episode. We're going to give him a huge plug on that.
Better call Adam. You know,
better call Adam. I know, right? Yeah. Hey, maybe I get to take Adam. Like I took Saul to jail. Do I get to take Adam?
I know, right?
No, Adam's a really good attorney, and he helps a lot of people. And so, other than that, guys, check out Creative Kill, where the guest always has a killer experience. We love you guys. We're signing off now.